Hey everyone, welcome back to English with the place for warm, easy English conversations. I'm Uma, and sitting right across from me.
Danny here. Great to have you with us today, wherever you're listening from. This show is all about helping you feel relaxed and confident speaking English, one small conversation at a time.
And that's exactly our topic today. That nervous, jumpy feeling you get right before you have to talk to someone. Danny, does your heart ever race before you have to speak to a stranger?
Every single time, honestly. Even in my own language, my hands get a little cold and my brain just goes blank for a second.
Part 1. What is social anxiety really? So, today we're talking about social anxiety, and I know that phrase sounds heavy, but we're going to break it down into really simple pieces.
Let's start with the word social. That just means anything involving other people, like a party, a meeting, or even a quick chat at the bus stop.
And anxiety is simply a feeling of worry or nervousness. Put them together, and social anxiety is just that nervous feeling that shows up when you're around other people.
So your heart beats a little faster, your palms get sweaty, and your mind starts racing with thoughts like, what if I say something wrong?
Exactly that feeling. And here's something important. This is completely normal. Almost everyone feels this sometimes, even in their own native language.
For English learners, though, it can feel even bigger because you're not just meeting new people, you're also thinking in a language that isn't your first one.
Double the pressure, basically. So today, we're going to walk through 3 common situations: starting a new job, sitting in class, and talking to a total stranger, and give you simple phrases for each one.
Part 2. Situation 1. Starting a new job. Let's start with Situation 1. Uma. Imagine it's your very first day at a new job. You walk in, everyone's a stranger, everyone looks busy. How does that feel?
Honestly, terrifying. I don't know anyone's name. I don't know where anything is, and I just feel completely out of place.
Totally normal reaction. But here's the good news. You only need one small phrase to break the ice. Good morning, or simply, hi there.
It sounds almost too simple, but a warm smile plus a simple greeting goes further than people expect. Then you just add your name right after.
Let's actually act this out. I'll be a friendly coworker, and you're the brand new employee starting today.
Okay, I'm ready. Good morning. I think I'm starting today. I'm a little lost, actually.
Ah, you must be the new hire. Welcome aboard. I'm Danny.
Nice to meet you, Danny. I'm Uma.
Great to meet you too, Uma. Let me show you around.
See how short that was? Just a handful of lines, but it's a real, complete conversation. No big speech required.
Part 3. Situation 2. Talking in class. Okay, Situation 2. You're sitting in an English class, and there's someone new next to you. You want to say something, but the nerves kick in.
This one's actually a great place to practice, because remember, everyone around you is also learning. They're probably just as nervous as you are.
So what's a simple way to open that conversation?
A question works beautifully here. Something like, is this the beginner's class? Even if you're pretty sure it is, it's a natural, easy way to start talking.
Or you could try, excuse me, is this seat taken? A simple, practical question that opens the door.
Let's try a quick example. Danny, you're sitting in class, and I'm going to sit down next to you.
Go for it.
Hi, is this seat taken?
Nope, go ahead. I'm Danny, by the way.
Thanks. I'm Uma. Is this your first class here too?
It is, actually. The teacher seems really friendly, at least.
And just like that, you've started a conversation. It can end there, or it can keep going. Either way, you made a connection.
Situation 3. Small talk with stranger. Honestly, this might be the trickiest one for a lot of people. Talking to a complete stranger.
Think about a bus stop, a coffee shop line, an elevator. Those quick, unplanned moments where a little small talk happens.
Small talk is just a short, light conversation about something simple, nothing deep or personal. And in English-speaking countries, the weather is basically the go-to topic.
It really is. You could say something like, lovely weather today, isn't it? Adding, isn't it, at the end is a friendly way to invite the other person to agree.
And usually they'll just respond with something like, "It really is." And the conversation continues naturally from there.
Let's act this one out too. We're both waiting at a bus stop.
Beautiful morning, isn't it?
It really is. Perfect for a walk, honestly.
Agreed. Hopefully the bus isn't too far behind.
Fingers crossed. I hate waiting in the cold.
Notice we're not asking anything personal. No, how old are you? No, what's your salary? Just light, easy comments about the moment you're both sharing.
Part 5. 3 simple tips to feel calmer. Okay, Danny, let's say someone's still feeling really nervous even after learning these phrases. What can actually help in the moment?
Great question. Tip number 1. Practice out loud, even alone. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Literally say, "Hi, how's it going?" to your own reflection.
It feels silly, I know, but it genuinely trains your mouth and brain to produce the words more smoothly when it actually matters.
Tip number 2. Remember to breathe. When we're nervous, we tend to hold our breath without even noticing. One slow, deep breath can calm your whole body down.
I actually do that right before we hit record sometimes, no joke.
Same here, honestly. And tip number 3, probably the most important one. Your goal isn't to sound perfect, it's to connect with the other person.
People are far more forgiving than we expect. A small grammar mistake won't ruin a conversation. Most people won't even notice it.
I still make mistakes in English all the time, and I grew up speaking it.
Haha, see? Even native speakers stumble sometimes. So be gentle with yourself. Mistakes are part of the process, not proof that you're failing.
Part 6. Common small mistakes to fix. Let's quickly cover 2 small habits that trip up a lot of beginner learners.
First one, when someone asks, "How are you?" a lot of learners answer with the very formal, "I am fine, thank you." It's correct, but it sounds a bit stiff in casual conversation.
Native speakers usually say something more relaxed like, "I'm good, not bad," or "Pretty good, thanks," much more natural sounding.
Second habit, over-explaining simple answers. If someone asks, "Is this your jacket?" you don't need to say the whole sentence back.
Just, "Yes, it is," or a simple "yes" works perfectly fine. Short, natural answers sound far more fluent than long, repeated sentences.
So that wraps up today's episode. We hope this gave you a little more confidence around that nervous feeling before speaking.
Remember, it's completely normal, and with a few simple phrases, it becomes much easier to manage, one small conversation at a time.
If this episode helped you, share it with a friend who also gets nervous speaking English. They'll appreciate it.
And drop a comment telling us, what makes you the most nervous about speaking English? We genuinely read every single one.
And this has been English with Umme. Every small conversation is a small victory. Keep practicing, even 5 minutes a day.
We'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning and keep smiling.